Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to liedyMc. Anyway, I'm going to try to make this a short video, and then I'm going to do a few follow-ups on this video because, as you can see, I'm talking about anti-aging. Really? The word is everywhere. And I went, well, I don't do makeup. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do my bronzer, I do my eyeshadow thing, and I do my mascara. Absolutely, I wouldn't leave home without it. But I don't do all the other stuff. Never have. So I'm going, so does anti-aging not apply to me? How did this all come about? Well, here's a little trivia for you. The word anti-aging actually was a brand or the term came up and was created in 1943. Really? And I thought, really? Exactly that. So I had to do a little bit more research. Did you know that actually the word anti-aging had absolutely nothing to do with makeup? Absolutely nothing. The term actually referred to longevity of life. It's something that scientists and biologists and so forth, whatever they call all those people that do the research, were trying to figure out through cells and DNA and lifestyle and ethnicity on how the anti-aging, could they come up with something that would give more longevity to the human species? And so the word anti-aging came up, and that kind of blew my socks off. And I went, wow. Then interesting, reading some more things and some more research. And actually their research got hurt by the makeup industry. Because what happened was the makeup industry, some not so reputable companies, some very, very reputable companies, hijacked the word, which really hurt funding for their research. I thought that was really interesting. I thought, well, heck, if it comes to anti-aging, I'd rather figure out how I can have longevity from the inside out than from here is not going to reach my insides. Maybe up here a bit, but not going to do anything. It was really an interesting article. And so here we go. So I figured I could speak to this. I'm 72. But what was more exciting about it, more than anything, that gave me the power to speak to this, is that I'm 72 years old, and I started reading about all the things and that were involved in research or in ideas of the anti-aging process. And I went, oh, I did that. Oh, and I did this too. I didn't even know it was doing that. It was just a lifestyle, right? So that kind of excited me. But remember, my big word is everything in moderation. So, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I've been a vegetarian all my life, or oh my gosh, I've been drinking a case of water forever. No, a lot of these things were learned in the last 30 years. But I thought, you know what, this is something that I really want to share, because I so believe in the fact that the anti-aging that we are all looking for really does start from the inside and comes to the outside. Now, 2017, Allure Magazine made a stance against using the term anti-aging. I believe this article was written in 2018, but I want to share it with you guys. The Allure Magazine, which announced last year that it would no longer be using the term anti-aging. No one is suggesting giving up retinol, the publication said, but changing the way we think about aging starts with changing the way we talk about aging. And it is so true. I mean, women my age are worried about feeling relevant, and it's the talk, it's the conversation. A lot of it is we have to take responsibility ourselves for how we decide to conduct our lives, for what we're going to do with our lives. And you know what? I think this is a great conversation to have. I mean, I think it'd be great for women my age. We can have this conversation, but probably really important too for young women like my daughters and my daughter-in-law who, well, nobody's in their 30s anymore. They're in their 40s. But you know what? Let's have this conversation. Or what did I do? Or what didn't I do? I didn't do anything all that like I can't say that I never, ever, actually, ever in my whole life thought, oh, I need to do this so I can stay younger, so I can go through a successful aging process. Because for me, it has always been here, what I think of myself. And the reason I had to do it, for me, it started off as survival because of where I was in the family dynamic, in a marriage, first marriage dynamic. It was a survival thing that I had all these conversations going on. And so I'm going, oh my gosh, look at that. I did some really good stuff for myself, because I kept throwing myself a life preserver and saying that I was okay. So I really want to talk about some of this, and hopefully you do too. One of the things that, oh, here's my little box. I made this is my little box of anti-aging, you guys. And I've got a whole bunch of these slips in here on things that I would like to discuss or just have a conversation with you about anti-aging. Because I think we need to get back to that it's not always found on the shelf in a jar that you got to pay whatever for. I really truly believe that a lot of the anti-aging that you guys and myself are looking for, it's free. It's free, and we all have it. Most of it is free. So I want to start sharing. So I'm going to share 2 things with you I think that are really important. Oh, I'm giving you 2 out of my little anti-aging box. And actually, the box was free too. There used to be a bar soap in there. Okay. So I truly believe this, because then I started writing them down on what I believe about anti-aging. So the first secret I'm going to share with you, and I'd love for you to comment. I'd love for you to share. And if you haven't thought about it, think about it, and maybe you'll start here. Okay, so this is the first one. It starts from the inside out. And you know what? You all possess what on the inside out. We all, to me, it's what we think. It's of course, like, it's how we feed our body. It's how we nourish our bodies. Yeah, it's having an understanding about our insides. So I'm going to be sharing some of the things that I've been doing absolutely correctly for years and years, and didn't even realize that I was already involved in the anti-aging process. I just didn't go buy it at the store. And the other thing before we start this little series of mine is that this is really important, because I have learned so much of this stuff, and that is, it's never too late. You know what? It's never too late. I don't care how old you are. I'm 72. I'm looking at trying new things. I'm still figuring things out that I didn't do correctly back then. I'm not dwelling on them. I'm just going, how can I change that? How can I be better at this? How can I make me better? So I have longevity. So I have a good life until until whenever that this human shell goes back and becomes a spiritual person. So anyway, you guys, so here are 2 hints, okay? 2 things I have to have here. Is okay? So it starts with the inside out, and that means everything: food, thought, all of it. We're going to talk about it, and it's never too late. So I hope I've piqued your interest a little bit, and that you'll consider coming back to see what the rest of the conversation is going to be, or things I did or didn't do. And I did some things that were really bad, like really bad. I mean, it's just so known it's really bad. I'm going to share that with you guys. So you guys, thanks for being here. All my regular subscribers, you guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. I know I've kind of been here and there and everywhere, but maybe I'll try for every Tuesday morning. And my new subscribers, if you're just here visiting me, well, I'm about anything and everything. You know what? I take real pride in the fact that I'm 72 years old, and I think I've got some swag going on, as Helen Mirren says. Let's call it swag. Let's get rid of the word anti-aging. Let's change the conversation about aging. Believe me, you don't have to be old at 72. Okay, guys, thanks for being here. Please take a moment, subscribe, ring the bell, and of course, a thumbs up. Please, I'd really appreciate it. See you guys later, and remember, never say never. And life is short. Don't wait, live it. Bye, guys.